What's up? You checking out the Frequent Flyer, and the time has come for me to show you guys how to update this jumper T8SG multi-protocol transmitter to be able to fly the Bugs 3 by updating this thing with a new test build of Deviation. And also I found that you can fly the Bugs 2W with this thing. I have the Bugs 2W and I tested it, did the same procedure, and sure enough, this protocol also works on it, so that adds to the list of models. So let's get to showing you guys how to update this. As you can see, I did some mods to this for a little soft sitting for it. But open that battery bay there, and here on the side there, you can barely see it. Let me see if I have something close by to point with. And so this little piece right here is a little mini USB, and that's where you plug your mini USB cable into. Here, this type of connection there, you're going to have to plug it in here. So we're going to plug it in there like that. And then what you do is you hold this exit button here, hold it down, and then switch it on. And so you're not going to see anything, but it is in the mode that it needs to be in. I don't know why it doesn't show anything here, but on the Devos it shows something on that screen. Let me know in the comments if you guys actually see something there. I don't. So on your computer, using the two links that I provide in description, you're going to download two things. You're going to download this here, which is the Dfuse USB Upgrade Tools 2.31. And you're going to download this from the other link in description, and that's the Deviation T8SG version 5.0.0, and those numbers on the back there are the number of the test build. So this is a test build that you're going to be installing. And so, well, most people usually extract it. I don't. I just run the tool there and open it. And so once you open the tool, you're going to get this. So this is what the tool looks like. So you're going to plug the other end of that mini USB into your computer, and it should show up like this. So extract the Deviation test build into a folder. I did mine, and it's here. This little box here, you're going to tick that box there, and you're going to navigate to that folder with the test build inside of it, and you're going to click on this one here, that DFU file. So you click on that DFU file and open, and now it says the file correctly loaded. And so now all you have to do is hit that upgrade button. Now when you hit this upgrade, I already upgraded mine, so I'm not going to do it again. It's going to ask you if you're sure and all that stuff, because they're letting you know that it's impossible for them to be able to tell if you have the right firmware loaded up. So you're going to tick yes, because you have the one for the T8SG. And if you get an error in the middle of it, I did get an error. I got two errors actually, because my T8SG kept disconnecting from the computer. But don't touch the T8SG, just leave it as is and keep trying until it does a full erase and then load the file correctly. And so once that happens, you're going to turn off your T8SG, but you're not going to unplug it yet. Now what you're going to do, you're going to hold the enter button and turn it on. So once you do that, your T8SG should open as a drive on your computer. And so, see all that stuff inside there? That's inside mine, but yours isn't going to have anything inside. You might have to even have to format the disk. And then you're going to go back to the Deviation firmware, the test firmware that you downloaded, and you're going to go inside the folder. Now, all of this stuff is the same stuff that was inside my T8SG. What you have to do is copy all of this and paste it inside the internal storage of your T8SG. So you can copy everything except for this DFU file here. If you copy the DFU file, it's no harm, but it just takes up a little bit of space. I usually copy it, but I hear you don't have to copy it, but you're not supposed to copy it, but I just copy it just to have a copy of that test firmware on your T8SG in case something happens. You can always just pull it off of there. You can always pull it off of there and do what you got to do with it. So now you can turn it off, unplug that cord, and now when you turn it on, you should get this. Okay, I'm including calibration because usually you have to do that after upgrading your transmitter. And so you're going to hit the enter button. You're going to hit this transmitter menu down here, hit enter again, and then you're going to hit transmitter configuration, and then you're going to go down to calibrate. So you calibrate the sticks as so. I'm going to calibrate mines again just to show you guys. So you hit the enter button on calibrate. It says center all sticks and knobs, and then press enter. So you're basically just going to center your sticks. Just follow the instructions on the screen and you should be fine. So all your 3 position switches, you put them in the middle. And even these, you try to estimate where the middle is. I estimate the middle to be at the top. Yep, so I make sure the dots are at the top there. And then, once you have everything centered, you just hit enter. Now it says move all sticks to min and max positions, then press enter. So this is important as well. The switches, you just flick them up and down. The knobs, you turn them all the way to both ends. Turn them all the way to both ends. And now this is important here. The sticks, this stick here, the throttle stick, you bring it down lightly to the bottom. As soon as you touch the bottom, stop. Don't give any more pressure. Take it up to the top lightly, no pressure, to the sides until you touch the end. And then this stick, you do the same. Okay, then you hit enter. Now your calibration is done. Now hit exit until you get to this screen. It should say -100 when your stick is down. When your stick goes all the way up, it should say 100%. And so now let's go to how we're going to bind the Bugs 3. We're going to bind to one of my older Bugs 3 quads. And we're going to use this battery here just because I don't have any other batteries on deck right now. So we're going to turn it on. I'm going to show you guys how to do it. I'm going to show you how to do it from a new model. So we're going to go down to none here at 17. Hit enter. And so we're going to go down. We're going to turn the transmitting power up to 150. We're going to turn the transmitting power up to 150 milliwatts. And then we're going to go down to where it says Devo. These are the protocols here. So we're going to go to the side until we can get to the Bugs 3 protocol. So there it is, the Bugs 3 protocol. So then we're going to press down until we get to this fixed ID. We're going to hit enter. Now the fixed ID has to be deleted. So you delete the fixed ID, go down to done, and now you should have no fixed ID down there. It says none. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go to this bind button here. We're going to apply power to the Bugs. So at the same time, we're going to hit the bind button, hit enter. Now it starts flashing. And check it out. Turn it off now. Turn it back on. So now, as you can see, there's a fixed ID automatically recorded in there. 22391. Yours is going to be different. Now you have to remember this number here because we're going to have to use this in another tool. Okay, so you're going to hit the last link in the description to take you to this post by Hexfet. And this is basically the file that you're going to need. This one here. You're going to have to download this file. Once you download this file here and you open it, it's going to look like this. So make sure you open the Excel spreadsheet with this formula in here. And so what we're going to do is that number that we got from the transmitter, we're going to write that number down or memorize it. And we're going to follow, we're going to scroll all the way down these numbers on the very end there and find that number. Now, once you get to that number, you're going to click on the second number that's next to that number. For instance, if your number is just 8540, then you're going to skip over here and you're going to click on this number. That number that you click on pops up here. So, and that tells you the number. That's the number that you have to copy. So now what you have to do is put your T8SG back in USB mode. You're going to have to plug that mini USB back up and plug it into your computer and put your jumper T8SG in USB mode by holding down the enter button while you turn it on. And then you're going to navigate inside to this folder here. This is your models folder. So you go down to the model that you were at. I was at 17. So we're going to double click on that. And once it opens up, you're going to look and find this here, the fixed ID line here. So this says fixed ID right here. You're going to replace that number. You're going to replace this number with the number that you got from the spreadsheet, and then you're going to save it, and then you're going to exit it. And then once you turn your T8SG back on, changing the file actually changes this number here in the menu. And now when you try to bind to your bugs 3 or bugs 2 or bugs 6 or bugs 8, it should bind. Okay, so I did already do a video on how to set up your switches, but since I know a lot of you guys probably don't know how to do it still, I won't make you go back to that video. So I'm gonna show you here. You just hit the exit button until you come to mixer. Go down to mixer, hit enter. Now channel 5 is the arm, and channel 6 is the lights, and channel 7 is going to be your flips. And so let's pretend like we wanted to set up one here. So we're going to go there, hit enter. Now we're going to hit down one time to go over to none, and then we're going to hit to the right to get to simple. Then we're going to go down to none there, and when we hit this button here, the switch, whatever switch that you want to be in that source, you hit it. So I'm going to hit that, and that changes the source to that position there. Then we're going to hit up to save, and then we're going to hit enter. And so now whatever that channel was is programmed to this switch here. So you can see there it says switch A2. This is switch A in the 1-2 position. And so that's how you set up your switches. Happy flying.